Good afternoon. Now, I think that we can't look at the stock markets without looking at our little Nasdaq. And I do think that, it really is one of the most amazing markets that I've ever seen on the stock market side. I just love it. I think it's a real good leading indicator, I find. So I'm just going to go through this a little bit with you. Now, at the moment, we are below both the monthly and the daily pivot. The weekly pivot. We're currently trading at 68.70. Obviously, we have a while to go before Wall Street opens. But, at the moment, we are trading at that 68.70 area, which is up on yesterday. So there is a case that we can go a little bit higher, maybe test that weekly pivot at 70.34. I don't really see us getting past that. Not really. And you've got these longer term moving averages. These are the 9 and the 21, the 55 and the 200 period that I use. I just use them standard across the board. So they don't really change in my world. But you can see where last week this NAS just captured that 9-week moving average. It really was quite incredible. Maybe not the best week to go on holiday with your mother, but these things are sent to try us. So where do I see this going? I think it's going to struggle, to be honest, to get above that pivot point for the week. I do think that if you look at the indicators, we are pointing down. This was the week where we went actually through the zero line, but you can see, all this that we've had up here virtually all year or all summer, overbought, overbought, overbought. Now listen, let me try and explain. When a market is trending, it can give very strong overbought or oversold signals. And the reason that it is because the RSI is a relative strength index. So say the market's going higher, which it was, okay, that's going to be high. It stands to reason it's going to be high. The reason it's going to be high is because it's the strength of a trend. So what we're doing in an uptrend is looking for it to bounce off the 50, 60% area. And in a downtrend, we're looking at it to go up to the 50, 55, 60% area. That's it. We're not looking in a downtrend for it to go to 90. It doesn't work that way. Okay, you've got to try and understand that these are strength indicators, and if there's strength in the trend, then the RSI is going to be either extremely high, as you can see, or extremely low, as we will see in certain times, in certain markets. They're not, oh my God, it's 80%, we've got to sell it in an uptrend. No. That works only in sideways markets. Trendy markets doesn't work. So we did see divergence in the NAS. We saw divergence across all the stock markets on a weekly basis. This was our clue that it was going down. Now, I do believe still we've got a longer way to drop, and I would be looking at the yearly low, and the yearly low is coming in. I can pinprick it there. It's coming in at 61.64. Markets love yearly lows. They love yearly highs. And the way that NAS double topped, didn't want to go up. You did see the divergence coming through. Clue that all was not well with the uptrend. Okay, we were topping out. So anyway, look, we've topped out now. Now where are we going to go? I think we go lower, but I'm going to take a quick look at the daily for you. Okay, so you can see I've taken the yearly low and put it up to the yearly high. It doesn't take a lot of working out to do. Okay, we topped out again. Look at it looking like little gappy things. Now, yesterday we could have gone down and filled that little gap. But I still think, if you look at the daily chart, even with yesterday's action put onto this chart, even with it, the indicators still look poised to puke, as they do. And although I say, this is not glib, that I'm saying this. This is not a great time for these markets. It isn't. These inverted head and shoulder patterns are part of a continuation. They can be excellent at the end of trends, of course, but this isn't the end of a trend. This is a breather to what was the uptrend. I mean, look where the Nasdaq went to. It went near enough to the 78.6. Okay, this is not a market that wants to go higher, I think. Now, we are below the monthly and the weekly area. We're below also the 200-day moving average. That's coming in at 70.70. We're below the 9-day moving average, the 21-day moving average, the 5th. We're below all the ones I use. Okay, we really are. So we've got the daily pivot coming in today. That's coming in at 68.82. If you see it up towards there, we are sellers. We are going to be selling. We're going to be selling, not bucket loads, but we are going to be selling. Okay. Now, I would suggest that above that 50% line, there could be a little bit of a problem. Am I going to be buying the NAS? No. I will always be looking for this. To me, this is a sell rally scenario as opposed to what we saw at the beginning of the year. Once we got the mess out of the way in February, it was a buy dip scenario. We now change round. We're selling rallies in the stock markets across the board. Okay, thank you. I hope you enjoyed this video on the NAS. Catch you.